Hello and welcome back. Today we are continuing with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord build from Fanhome. We are now officially on part 97 and we are returning to our Triceratops, and I believe the next couple of parts will bring us to completion on the Triceratops as well, which will mean 4 out of the 5 Zords are now fully complete. So without further ado, let's get to opening, and it is building time. So here we have part 97. I'm assuming this is the tail slash gun for the Triceratops. Let's bring in our instructions. And let's take a look at what we are doing. So we get these are die-cast metal bits. These are the cannons. And we get some clips and a whole pack of screws. So, first up, we need to empty our screws. Okay, so we get two 97.1s and two 97.2s. I swear more and more of these sound like radio stations. So how do I know which is 97.1? So we just get left side and right side, which is not particularly useful. There is no markings denoting which is which. Here just labelled as 97.1 and 2. Now no. Right, okay, so there are very, very small, fine details. I'm not sure how well this is showing up on camera. There we go. There, this marking is a 2 and the other ones have a 1. So obviously one piece is the top and the other piece is the bottom. They will presumably go together like that. So let's put 2 of those together and 2 of those together. Right. Because nothing is simple. Right. Okay. Okay, we also get these clips which presumably connect everything together. Okay, the contents aren't any good, but the instructions are a little better. So the 2s are the right side of the guns, and they are fitted with these clips. And then now repeat the process by inserting yada yada yada. Left side, which is marked with a 1, and has 2 screw posts and is connected with those. So we will put that all together. Now we know what is what, we can take our guns and they are clipped and screwed into place with 2 screws, one at either end. This is literally all we are doing for this assembly stage, is just getting these gun barrels started. One. Right. These ones go with the narrow end pointing towards the tip and the thicker end coming towards the back. Technically, the instructions to us show us to do the 2 right sides and then the 2 left sides, or yeah. However, given we're not actually assembling anything at all, it doesn't really matter. We'll just get all 4 of these screwed together. The other thing to quickly denote is that the screw posts are on raised lips. The raised lips go in facing like that. So you want these facing up. I don't actually believe it's possible to put it, well, you could sort of put it in that way, so just be careful. But I think it's reasonably, oh well, it's fairly obvious. Well, I'd say it's blatantly obvious, but there might be someone out there who doesn't pay attention, like myself, half the time. Okay. That. Get rid of our spare screw. Drop this in. I'm presuming these clips are what are going to hold these 2 pieces together. I'm not going to try seeing how that's going to fit or look. I don't want to know if this is a one-time thing and mess it up, because presumably there are some bits which will connect between them. There we go. Right, next we move on to the Triceratops Dinosaurs Cannons Part 2 with Part 98. Part 98 is our cannons. We've got 2 packs of screws. Oh, we get some rubber ends there to be three PBs and 3 PWMs. Put those to one side. First, up. Begin by peeling the protective plastic off the two mounting brushings and apply the brushings to the middle of the two halves of the cannon mountings. So cannon mountings are these, and it appears we are applying them to this raised lip or ridge here. One and two. Probably should have got my tweezers for this, so well, too late now. There we go. Right. With that done, we need to assemble these two halves together. And there is a big O and a small one. And the small ones fit into the big one like so. And then we need to take a 97.2, which is one of the 3 screw hold ends, and we screw one of these into position. So, and you want to screw it in so that the indentation is facing up. And you're doing this with the PWM screw, which is the silver one. It's very loose. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that loose. Two PV screws we go. Okay, we'll see in a minute. Really don't like how loose that is. There, that's better. Yeah, that's a lot better. There we go, that's definitely better. Okay, and then we take the other 3-pronged cannon and that fits in the other way. So that's coming down from the bottom, that comes in from the top, or if you flip them over, vice versa. Another key screw, and that will screw in like so. There we go. That's those two nice, tight and assembled. Then it's a case of pressing the two barrels together, one above the other. Doesn't mention anything about glue, so hopefully once these are on, they will clip in. And yeah, that's very firm press and snap together. They're not coming apart anytime soon. So yes, do not go putting these two together before you've installed the middle bit, because I don't think you'll get them apart without breaking the clips. Not too keen on the middle piece being plastic. You can sort of see it gives some wiggle waggle there, and I think with enough, if you were messing around with it enough, you could easily snap them there. I think maybe that would have been a nice bit as a die cast it had it been possible. Right. Next up is fitting these into the cannon. So this is the bottom piece, and it comes in fitting like that, with the top piece coming over like so. Just line it up, press everything in together. Now there are two screw holes, one here and one here, and you want the PV screws for this. Now this one's, nope, just the one, thank you. There we go, that one's that, and then the top one. And here we have our tail. That hasn't snapped together properly. So you want to make sure those two bits are pressed as firmly together as possible. If not, the screw won't hold them together properly. That's it. That's better. There we go. And the cannons will rotate. There's a nice rotation there. Stiff enough, it's not wiggly waggly, so they will hold. That is one of our spare screws. That's another spare screw. Let's get rid of those. Moving on is pressing this in. It doesn't mention needing glue, so hopefully this will stay firmly in place. Again, it's just one of those ones where it just doesn't want to clip in quite right. Okay. Trick there is to try and line them up straight on and push them down together. If one goes in, if it comes in at an angle and doesn't clip properly. And there we have, oh no, we just have this bit of the cannon cover as well. There we go. So we got the other screw cover in there. And that is our cannon fully assembled. Moving on, we are returning to the Triceratops body for part 3 of it, and we are on part 99. So once again, this is in one of those cardboard packagings rather than plastic, and leaves me once again wondering why this couldn't have been the same for all of them, but it is what it is. Let's get everything opened. Everything opened. These will need clipping off. Might as well do that now. And this will be our final piece for the Triceratops build. And we'll see us completing it, which will leave just the T-Rex. There we go. The important thing to remember is this and this part are 2 separate pieces, but they are packed, pushed together, so you do need to separate them. Otherwise you'll spend forever and a day trying to figure out what's going on, just like I did in the previous video. Get the screws open as well. There's our screws. Bend that. Bring our Triceratops round because we are going to need it in a minute. Right, first up is fitting our treads to the inner body. So this will just slide on like so, and fit into place, nice and secure like. Then we will be bringing in our cannon, which will just press into one end there, and then this will all line up and fit together. So line up there, and then make sure I'm not missing anything. And come on. Press that in, press that in, press everything in nice and tight. Then we need to fit our screws here and here. Screw number 2. Screw number 2. 2 screws fitted. Then we bring in our cover, which will fit over like so. And then we've got screws here, here and here. Lost that one, we've got 3. Let's put our middle one in first so everything's nice and one. 2. With this one, you might just want to put your fingers under and pinch together the undercarriage and the cover. Otherwise, the screw sort of pushes back against one and they don't secure in as tightly as you would like it to. Right, there we go. That is that. Sort our horn out. There we go. Put those together like that. There we go. That's now level. That is looking nearly complete. I just want to make sure everything moves freely, so our tank treads come down, our side panels pop out, they don't clip, they just sort of slide out. I would have liked them to have maybe clipped into place just so give a firmer feel, but yeah, it ends up feeling like you're not quite sure how far they're supposed to come out. But yeah, everything moves and comes out of the way it's supposed to, so we can push those in and drop those down without issue. Now we just need to put our covers on. So first up is this end piece, and we do need a drop of glue for this one. That will come and sit like that. Hold that into place until the glue sets. Glue doesn't want to set there, does it? Let's try that again. Let that set for a minute. Oh, excuse me. These two bits go in over here. That sort of comes in at an angle and pushes in, he says. No. There it is. That's in. And then this one wants to do the same. Pushed in, nice and firm. This piece will come over here and clip in here. If I remember rightly, I ended up wanting a drop of glue on this one. That one secured. There. You're lining up. Come on. There we go. That one's lined up. And finally is this blue screw cover here, which plugs in like that. And there we have our Triceratops fully assembled. As we have seen, these do extend out for when it's in its Triceratops mode. So, we will do a proper look at this Zord in a future video. There we go. There is our Triceratops all done. Those curious compared to the saber-toothed tiger, that's coming in at 21 inches from stem to stern. But yeah, we'll take a proper look at him in a coming video. But as it stands, we are now 4 down. We are got 1 more Zord to go, which is our Tyrannosaurus, and that is in the next set of videos. It's hard to believe that we are now 100 issues in, and we have just got 20 more to go. We are nearly there. It's getting exciting. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, may the power protect you.